I've never been a fan of hookup culture. And the reason being, because I value tranquility and stability in my life. I don't like that much unpredictability. I've never liked the idea of putting that much time and attention to female strangers and spinning that many plates that go nowhere, that stop as soon as they've started. I value tranquility with or without a woman. So I like my life alone without a woman. I like my solitude, but I like the tranquility of being with a woman when it's good, when they fit into your life as well. At the crux of it, I would say the reason why I don't like the hookup, flipping partners, recycling friends with benefits culture that we've got at the moment, or we used to have until recently, until we weren't allowed to, is it never worked for me psychologically. If I like somebody, the structure of hooking up and flipping people meant that it necessitated me moving on all the time. It was akin to traveling, spending one night here, moving on to another town, another country. It's too much of a nomadic existence. And it's almost like the momentum of hookup culture denies you settling down with somebody or somewhere that actually might suit you. It has its own momentum that I didn't like, that kept pulling me away from any kind of comfort or tranquility in my life. Because the thing is, with people, unlike things in your life, you can give them attention and they relatively stay there. Or when you come back to them, they are as they were. People move too quickly all the time. People change psychologically. They were there one moment yesterday and they're no longer there again. They loved you one moment, they didn't. Given that challenge, I think psychologically, we're going to see a lot of fallout after this recent generation of hooking up that many people aren't prepared for, psychologically speaking. Unlike things that you can flip, whether they're houses or cars you can change, you can upgrade, people aren't objects. And I think we're getting caught up in this consumer mentality of upgrading and always trying something out and the fear of missing out. People feel an unease because the whole point of making friends or having lovers is an intimate connection with a person that's very different from things. We're starting to treat people like things for the sake of safety. Consumeristically, if that's even a word, we're taught to diversify so we're not hurt, just like we diversify in our investments. Because if we put all our eggs in one basket and that thing goes bust, we're left without a roof over our heads, figuratively speaking. I think that's what people are doing relationally with each other. They're diversifying themselves so they don't get emotionally hurt later. If she leaves or we break up, I've got 2 or 3 other people on the go. And even if you don't, you potentially have, with the amount of people you've got in your inbox, in your dating site or your dating app. People are treating social interactions like, consumeristic investment interactions where they'll diversify themselves to seemingly keep free, and 2, they won't get hurt because if one goes bust, they're okay. They've got 3 or 4 on the go or hundreds in their inbox of potential new investments. But if you never choose, you never settle, you never buy the house, stop traveling, and you live in one spot. People and friends aren't things. You can't keep upgrading and moving. I think it's a false way of experiencing some kind of liveliness in your life by this constant moving. We are becoming emotional nomads, and I think the fallout is going to come very soon. Let me know your thoughts below about what you think. If you've observed this, whether on the surface it seems like there's freedom, but underneath it all, are our depressive and psychological problems where we're taking more and more medication to sort of abate our mental anxieties, do they come from trying to be safe by being emotional nomads and never connecting with anyone really, never having a real friend, never having a group of friends, never having a lover you stick with? Because if you're this kind of sexual and emotional nomad, you don't have to look at your ethics. You don't have to look at your own psychology. You don't have to build values because you're always moving. You can tell yourself, I'm not ready yet, man. Like, I'm exploring the world, I'm free and so forth. But then by the time you're, in your 60s, 70s and 80s, if you're still doing that, don't deny the quality of your life when you're on your own and you look around and you see what real friends and close people you do have in your life. Anyway, subscribe. It really helps me out, gentlemen. It helps YouTube share my videos around with you and people who might want to listen to this. Hit the bell icon and select all. Many of you aren't, even if you think you are, so just double check. Share my videos around. And if you feel like saying thank you with a donation, there are links below. And I'd really like to hear your thoughts in the comments, but also tomorrow I'll do a live Q&A where I want to discuss this very topic about this friends with benefits hookup culture. Myself personally, I would be more amenable to a long-term friends with benefits, given the laws out there that are so litigious in terms of traditional relationships or guys particularly who might be wanting children. But let's have a discussion tomorrow at a live Q&A at 11 a.m. AEST time, my time. I'd like to hear your comments and thoughts regarding the recent phenomena of hookup culture and flipping partners and spinning plates with many people. And basically our whole intimate social environment resembles like one big PUA Tinder feed. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below and let me know your thoughts tomorrow in the live Q&A. I'll see you then, gentlemen. Bye.